Hey everyone, it's John here from MCKAY back with another video, and this video is going to be on the Winnipeg Jets. Are they a big contender coming into the 2021-2022 NHL season? I'll also be going over the lineup, the potential roster for this team going into the new year, but there are some question marks, but I think looking at this team, they are so solidified. They've brought in a couple guys in the back end. They have Hellebuyck as their number one guy. The question mark after Hellebuyck is Comrie, ready to be a backup goalie. And some of the guys potentially stepping in because you have your top six, and I'll go over the top six, and you have a couple guys that are going to be on that third line. You have a couple guys that are going to fill in that fourth line. But after that, will Cole Perfetti push for a roster spot? Will Vesalainen push for a roster spot? Will Ville Heinola, I love Heinola. Such a bright future, but you're talking about, and this has like been an issue with other defensemen in the league, as a younger defenseman breaking through into a spot, especially on a Jets defense that has Morrissey. Now you have Nate Schmidt. You brought in Brendan Dillon. You have Neil Pionk. You have Logan Stanley. And you have Dylan DeMello. That's 6 D-man. That should be on the starting lineup opening night. Unless there's a trade, those should be the 6 guys, right? So then you're talking about after that, Heinola. Will he start in the AHL? Most likely, because you don't want him sitting upstairs watching the games. So while maybe he shows up and shows big in training camp and pushes one of those guys out, like those are NHL guys. The 6 guys I just listed, those are NHL guys. So you would have to make a trade. Or if you're sitting out Stanley or DeMello every night or most nights, again, it's never a bad thing to have 7 defensemen. So maybe they do run Heinola and sit DeMello or Stanley some of the nights. But I just think to start, they would probably run with those 6 guys, but look out for Heinola this year. I think he's going to try to force his way into the lineup. And it's going to be interesting to see if Vesalainen or Perfetti can make some noise as well. But let's go over the Winnipeg Jets lineup. And the big question is, can the Winnipeg Jets be a contender? A big contending team, maybe at the top of the Central, and maybe go for a playoff run. All right, now the Jets lineup. So I have like this big debate here because I'm kind of thinking like, do you run it back with Connor, Scheifele, and Wheeler and have that chemistry? We've seen that top line work. But at the same time, it's like Dubois. You want to get that guy going. So it's like, do you keep Dubois on that second line with Stastny, Ehlers, or do you try to get Dubois going on the top line? I think you definitely like try Dubois in different scenarios, see what works for him. But obviously, the trend, or at least what we've seen, is Connor with Scheifele and Wheeler. So figure out that top 6. I think the third line is either 2 scenarios. Kopp, Lowry, and Vesalainen if Vesalainen's ready, or Kopp, Lowry, and Harkins. And then your fourth line would be Toninato, Gustafsson, and Riley Nash. So I don't think there's a huge amount of debate with the Jets lineup. I think there's like just 1 or 2 spots that are up for grabs. But if Gustafsson, Toninato, like these guys, Riley Nash show well in the bottom 6, they're going to be locks most likely. So yeah, I'm pretty confident. It's just like one of the 2 wingers on the left side where they're going to be, and then the bottom 6 couple spots. Morrissey, Schmidt, Dillon, Pionk, Stanley, DeMello. I'm pretty confident those are going to be the pairings. The only switch I could see is Morrissey with Pionk and Dillon with Schmidt. But I think your pairing is most likely going to be Stanley and DeMello. And then Hellebuyck and Comrie, there's been some questions or some debate on if the Jets should get a backup goalie, but I think Comrie could be ready. So if they get another guy, cool. I mean, if I could just throw out a random name, I mean, a guy like Dubnyk, they could just give $750 or $800K just for a year to see. But I think Comrie can be given a shot and it not be the worst. So let's see. All right, power plays. So Dubois, I mean, there's a little bit of debate here. I think the power plays can go in different directions here. I think you could just go the balanced, which is Dubois, Stastny, Scheifele, Wheeler, Morrissey, and then have Connor and Ehlers together on the second unit. Or if you want to completely stack the shit out of the top power play, then sure, you'll have Wheeler maybe in front with Scheifele, Connor, Ehlers, and Morrissey, or Pionk at the back end. Like, it's just hard because some teams really do well with that stacked power play, but other teams just don't do well because the second half of the power play is wasted. With Edmonton, like it's a little different. Like a team like that, you have McDavid, Draisaitl, you want to keep those guys on the whole time. But yeah, I mean, I think Lowry will be the net front on the second power play, and I think Kopp will definitely be on the second power play. It's just a matter of those 2 wingers potentially switching. So we'll see. Yeah, Ehlers, Connor, you would want them on the top power play for your fantasy. So that's a question. But again, it's the balanced power play, and you want to get Dubois going. So it's just a matter of that. So looking at that lineup, let me know what you guys think. I think, personally, I'll go over my predictions in a whole video, but I think the Jets have a real shot here to make noise in that Central Division and make noise on going a run. I've said it. If Scheifele doesn't get suspended in that Montreal series, that's a different series. I'm not saying Winnipeg was going to win, but I had Winnipeg coming out of the North Division in the playoffs, going to the Final Four. And I do believe that if Scheifele was in that series, he probably would have made a massive difference. The series probably goes to 6 or 7, and they have a chance to win the series. Again, it happened. Montreal did really well. You got to give them respect, but Winnipeg has the team to do it. Their only main loss was Mason Appleton, and while I love Appleton, and Jets fans will agree he was a great part of the team, he is replaceable in a sense. Let's see more from Harkins. Let's see if Riley Nash can fit a role. Gustafson. There's guys that can step up. Toninato. The Jets have a lot of pieces on this team. They have every piece that you need. And while they don't have maybe a star defenseman, they have 6 to 7 really good NHL defensemen. So hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave your thoughts in the comment section. This was John from Untitled Chapter. Let me know your thoughts on the Winnipeg Jets, and we'll see y'all soon. Have a good one. Peace out.